Salutations, guys, gals, and tranny cakes. It's pepperoni nipple having, well-endowed southern region flaunting, free Dave's double having winning, Sam Cassell look-alike looking, WauwautosaTufGuy, and I am here for my Friday High Day video, which happens to be the second video in so many days. Thank you, yeah. That is right, people. I just dropped a music video yesterday, which, might I add, a subby who obviously has a great ear for musical talent suggested I win a Grammy, which I think is a mutual feeling among anyone that heard my original track. But, he was brave enough to go out on a limb and suggest it. Yeah, well, I mean, it really wasn't going out on a limb, though, but, because my song's really that damn good. But he should be commended for stating the obvious. Yes, sir, Bop. Okie dokie. So with my impressive YouTube stamina, I will be reviewing one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Metroidvania game ever created. And I'm doing this now because the game is getting a PS4 and Xbox release on September 25th. And I think all of you people in the peanut gallery should be told about this fucking gem if you have not heard about it or have not experienced it. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Hollow Knight is about a bug that fights with a nail. Yeah. No, not that kind of nail. Yes, that kind of nail, you dopard. Wow, I'm breaking out the dictionary of Kim Jong McFatty Fat. Ooh, he's coming at me hard. In this game, you travel through connecting worlds, fight big fat meanies, unlock moves that help you fight and get to areas that were unattainable earlier, and discover hellified secrets, doorways, and insect gangbangs. The standard Metroidvania, hoorah! So there is just so much amazingness about this game that I could go on and on and on and on and on, like the Snoop Doggy Dogs guy in Lottie Dottie. But what I am going to do here is focus on the best of the best, the best of the best, like me and everyone else, because I'm the best, doggone it. Okay, first off, the content in this game is like nothing my peepers have ever seen before in this genre. Just playing the main campaign will take you about 20 to 25 hours, but if you were to only play the main campaign, you would only be seeing about 1/3 of the game. The other 2/3 is filled with upgrades and different enemies and boss fights. And what makes this game so impressive, and I want to stress this, is that this game has no fluff at all. There is no busy work or second-rate side missions. This isn't the type of game where you expect to go on a date and bang the ultra-sexy Rosie O'Donnell. But Kelly Osbourne shows up in her place. Yeah, I feel the same way, people. No sirree bop. All the extra areas in this game feel no different than the main story, and all the places have their own personality and challenges and enemies. I spent about 61 hours with this game, and according to the in-game meter, I am about 74% complete. So I could see myself easily playing an extra 20 to 30 hours and not feeling like some cheap whore from the set of Designing Women. The second thing that knocked my leopard print jockstrap off was the fact that this game has over 150 enemies. Yep, I done said that correctly. This game has so much shit to battle that not even recognized ultra tough guys like Timbo Slice, Conor McGregor, Terry, Hulk Hogan, shit, even Harvey from TMZ would not stand a chance in a street fight, okay? Also, what makes this game so special is that so many of the enemies are unique. You guys remember in God of War where a lot of the orgs were just different colors and sexual orientations, but they all looked the same? Well, that ain't the case here, Jack. The meanie heads all look different, and they all try to penetrate your innards in different ways. So, you best stay on your P's and Q's, son! And finally, I would like to commend the boss fights in this game with the highest honor anyone in the world can get. And that would be the Tuffy Dub seal of approval. Yeah. Sorry, getting a little emotional. Now, I heard a lot of jazz about Hollow Knight being a pretty tough game. And for my first 2/3 of it, I just wasn't seeing it. I wasn't feeling it. Sure, you know, I died 5 or even 10 times during a few boss fights before I got their timing down. But it wasn't anything that I hadn't dealt with before. It sure wasn't like the time I met Ryan Seacrest at the Blue Oyster Bar, if you catch my drift. But then, towards the final act of the game, the difficulty started injecting steroids into its butt cheek. 'Cause shit got hard, broski, yeah! This is especially true with the optional boss fights. If you do enough exploring, you will unlock a dream sword which lets you fight a few of the old bosses in their second form. And believe you me, some of these battles were vicious. I mean, I felt like Tina when Ike would use her as a punching bag, or I felt like Nicole Brown when OJ would go all Bruce Lee on her face. Or I mean, I felt like Bill when Hillary would catch him knee deep in pussy. Yes, it was brutal! Oh, and I want to give a special shout out to the second battle with the broken vessel. The broken vessel! I don't know about you, but that sounds like the name of Alec Trebek's genital. No, stop everyone. I did a video a few months back about the hardest boss fights I ever experienced in a game, and this fight would fit perfectly. This took me about 4 days, and when I was finally victorious, I pulled my manly fist in the air and gripped it tightly and thrust it into the sky as spit and drops flew out of my mouth, and I yelled from the top of my lungs, "Take that, you big dumb fatty!" Fuck yeah! I wasn't playing around. No, not that. I won't do that. Okay, so this game is all types of legendary and awesome and pea water, and I go on and on about how great this game is, and as Antonio the Tiger would say. But I want to talk about a few of the things that weren't great, because all the reviews I have seen basically praise this game. And I want to mention some of the things I feel they could have done better. First off, this game has a sick amount of backtracking, much more than many of the other Metroidvania games I have played. You know, I took a break while playing this game to play and beat Assassin's Creed Origins, and when I came back, I was pretty lost, and I wandered around aimlessly for quite some time. Now, I know a lot of purists out there will hate on the Toughmeister for saying this, but this game could have used something that directed you once you set your location on the map, kind of like what we saw in GTA 5. It just would have helped in the needless time spent wandering and searching. Just a suggestion, okay? Stop calling me a pussy.
I mean, this guy is such a total pussy, it's stunning.
second thing in this game that needed a virtual dome shot. A lot of the offensive moves that you unlocked were never used or even needed. Almost all of the offense used in this game was slashing in different directions or the ball of energy shot you get right in the beginning of the game. Some of the moves you unlock require you to hold down a button for a second, and in the crazy hard boss fights, you just don't have the time. And in other situations, they just aren't as effective as your nail, especially if you have it buffed with the swing further or the swing faster. Now, none of these are reasons not to play this fantastic game, and there is just so much more good than bad. It's not even close, but nonetheless, you dirty SOBs should know the 411, at least in my opinion. Ya feels me, son? Okay. So many people compare all Metroidvania games to the classic Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And I truly think that this is the first game that can not only hang, but surpasses it, at least in my opinion. There is just so much amazing content that does not feel tacked on and cheap in any way whatsoever. Sure, Castlevania definitely has it beat in cool offensive moves, music, and story, but Hollow Knight has its numero in variety, peer size, and boss fights. Even if you feel Castlevania is a superior game, you owe it to yourself. That's right, to yourself, doggone it, to play Hollow Knight, just to experience its magic. Okay, now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Hollow Knight fights tapeworms that come out when I take a shitty. It's getting cold outside, so I need a wool G-string that I plan to nitty. I'm taking a trip to Asia in my private jet tomorrow, and I'm going to a hot new restaurant. So, can anyone suggest some yummy titty? Yeah, I went there. Okay, if I had to rate the Nintendo Switch version of Hollow Knight, I would give it a 91 out of 100, which is spectacular according to the Tuffy Tuff Manifesto. Also, out of the 350 games I have played and rated in my life, Hollow Knight is my 49th favorite game of all time, right behind two mid-90s classics, the incredible Command & Conquer and the great original Quakey Poo. Also, since Hollow Knight is my 49th favorite game of all time, that puts it right ahead of Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, which I just finished, and the ultra fun Crisis 1. I love that single player of that game. Okay, so there you have it. You need to play Hollow Knight if you even have like a 1% appreciation of Metroidvania games. Shit, even play it if you don't. The game's a fucking hoot! Wow, I got to play Hollow Knight. You know, I am one lucky duck to get my dirty, grubby fingers on Hollow Knight. I swear, people are jealous of me because I experienced it. You know, I wouldn't even be surprised if people want to kill me. Yes, sirree, Bob. You know, my mother always said there are haves and there are have-nots. And, you know, for me, my good guys, gals, and transvestites, I would be a have because I played the Hollow Knight. You know, that might make me a target of assassination. Virgil! Virgil, I need you, my good man! Virgil, I need you to make sure everything is secure. Virgil, where the fuck are you, you money-grubbing son of a bitch? I should fire you're no good at. I don't know where Virgil is. I gotta go, you guys. The company Tyrannosaurus Rex is gonna be extinct like the real T-Rex! Ah! Oh, but before I depart, I leave you with this. XOXO! Got some Duffy? No, no! Those are gunshots! Fucking Virgils! You GoFundMe piece of shit, motherfucker!
Where is she answering? And who am I? That's not a secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO.